Hey, how you doing? It's Grampy again. I'm back for episode number 6, I believe, in our Let's Build or tutorial for this steampunk house. And if you don't recall, we've finished the basic structure of a steampunk house along, with all of the various elements. And, that is a complete house. You could just use it as is if you wanted to. But we're not going to stop here. We're going vertical with this thing. So that's what we're getting ready to start today. So I'm going to jump right in because this may take a little time. I marked off, the first thing we're going to do is build out a dormer. I don't know what you call them, a dormer on this roof that's going to be a sort of a support structure for our main tower. This thing right here is what we're going to build, and that, like I say, you can see how that's going to be the support for the foundation of our tower. But here's how that was our PvP arena for the Monkey Farm's First World. Anyway, let's get started on this. Now, what we need to do, I've got this laid out. I'm going to use just logs. That seem to work pretty well. I'm laying down just a platform that I can use to place them on, because I want to use logs for the entire floor of this thing. So, and they have to be placed up like this. So I'm going to come out by 4. And then I'm going to come over by 5 and leave that little gap there like that. So there's the basic, and then delete all of this. Probably could put slabs on the bottom of this to make it better. You know what? I'm an idiot. Like you wouldn't believe. I should have left all that there because I think I want to just make this entire thing I just want to make this entire thing out of logs, and so there's the basic floor platform. Now I can delete all this stuff. So anyway, there you go. Now, this, here's how this is gonna look from the edges. Is gonna be this, and then from here, though, we're gonna have I don't know if I should use logs or just planks for these walls. I guess I'm using planks with windows in between. So let's use, I guess, spruce planks. Like this, and we'll come, oops, I need to take one more look, sorry. Plank, yeah, so, sorry, starts in the corner. So here's how this is going to look. So we're going to go up by 3. Is that right? Where does it go there? I think it goes like this, but I'm an idiot and I didn't even see. I think it goes like this, though. Let me go look one more time, sorry. Yeah, so that goes right into the edge. And then windows in between each one of those. But we're just going to start in on the roof now. And the roof is just going to You know, I don't know. This is a little bit wonky. I could probably have improved that, but let's just stay with this theme. We're gonna match the. So we're gonna start with a roof on this upper edge. It comes out and overhangs by one. This is our normal roof approach. The only thing I'm a little worried about is I don't get how I'm doing that. See, it doesn't connect. Normally you'd like it to connect right into here, and then you could have, I wonder if we should do it this way, but you connect it like that and it connects right in. But let's stay with this just because. So I think what we'll do is replace that just to try to make it look like it grew there. Good enough. Quit worrying about it. So now we're just going to match this roof. So we want to come up by 1 and then a stair to be level with this, and then we'll come up 2 and a stair to be equal with that. So we're going to do our normal roof here with an upside down stair there, and we're going to come up by 1 and then a stair, up by 1 and a stair, and then our upside down stair. And we're going to come up by 2 and a stair, and that'll synchronize us with the the roof here. So when we do our, might as well just knock it out real fast so you can see when we connect with the wood, it'll connect right up with the, exactly with the roof line. And we'll connect it like that. This will all get deleted, all of that, but sorry, I'm thinking instead of chatting, but trying to get this done without a lot of excessive delay, because we may not get very far here before we run out of time on the video. And there we go with that. Okay, now let's just quickly add, I'm not sure how far to go with all of this. You know, one thing we should have done when we were building this roof was add a slab right there. That would have tied that together better, but I think maybe just like, I'm not sure. I don't know if we want that big of a peak. I guess we should. We should just match this. Just go ahead and match it. So So anyway, there. So that matches that peak, and I hope that was clear. I know I kind of fumbled my way through that, but if you can't see what I did, you know, hopefully you'll be able to stop and rewind and go back and look. But it's just basically, you know, you come in 4 blocks from the edge and then come out by 5 really, except with this border I left a hole in each corner, but that's that. So that's ready now to support a roof segment. And so actually a lot of this is going to get deleted when we start building that, but we'll worry about that later. So so now we have a basic platform that's ready to support the towers. And there's a number of ways that you can do this, but this is my favorite. I was pretty proud of this design and think it looks pretty well. It basically has 2 separate towers. So if you see here, we're going to have a foundation coming out of the main roof that's offset towards this side that comes up and supports a very symmetrical roof. It's like a 4-cornered roof, if you will. And that's going to be one of the towers, and it's just going to come up not all that high, but then on that surface that we just built, we're going to use that as a foundation to come up with the tallest tower, and we're going to support it with this 5x5 foundation, and it's going to go all the way up to a very high peak, and then we're going to build an entire structure almost like the one there up here, and that's going to be kind of the basic framework. So let's start by building at least the foundation for this side over here, and then we might run out of time. So I've done this several ways. One of the cool things about steampunk is how you can do things like off-center and non-symmetrical, and that seems to actually work better. So I built this before like offset to one side or the other, but for various reasons I've kind of settled back into just building it right in the centering it in this roof. So you can see it is centered. It's centered 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks in on each side. 4, 5, yeah, 5 blocks in from each side. And you can see it begins here on this first level that rises above the first stair. I don't think that made any sense, but let's go do it, and you'll be able to see what I mean. So we're going to start here, and right here is where we're going to build the foundation. So we're just going to knock those out, and there you go. So see, it's in by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's completely centered here. And now we're just going to go up with these until we get actually, well, we'll measure, but we're going to, the next one is going to start there, and the final one is going to be here. So I told you we're going to destroy some of this. We're going to go up a little higher than that. I think we end up going, maybe that is the right height. I don't know, we'll go count, but there. And see, when you're doing this in survival, you just pillar up with these things until you get to the top. Now you're going to have to do some scaffolding to build the so I think the basic framework is done. Now let's see how high I go. I think I go 3 blocks above the peak of this roof. So from here we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, oh more, 4, 5, and 6 actually. So we're going to go up 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to put a cobblestone platform on top of that 5th one. So let's let's do that. Let's count 5 above the wooden part of the peak. So from here we go up 1, 2, 3. So we need to go up 2 more. 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way around. So that puts us 5 blocks above the top stair. And now we're going to, like I said, we're going to use some cobblestone. Let me get some. And we're going to cobble the top of this thing like this. And we're also going to do cobblestone on the interior, just like we did on the very bottom foundation, all the way to the top. So you see what I'm doing? I'm building, you know, the cobblestone just one block in to create that depth that we're looking for. One more. There. Now, there's our platform. So, and we're going to build, on top of that, we're going to build that nice symmetrical squared off house with the cool 4-peaked roof, and it's going to be kind of neat. But first, let's look at the design pattern for these. So from the 5th one that comes out, hope I didn't mess that up, but let me go add that. So on the 5th one, it comes out with a layer like that. Now let me so it looks like that, right? And then that cobblestone is going to come all the way out to there. If I can ever get this basic platform done, I'll explain the rest of the decorative aspects of the pillars. So there's that. And then we're going to use stairs, and I'm going to stay with the spruce here, and we're going to do these. I'll show you how this kind of pattern works. But so there's the basic platform. We'll go on from there, but first we're going to work on the decorations for this foundation. So so here's the basic pattern. We'll go up at the very top and we'll add right side up stairs. Now you can use upside down stairs, which is sort of a more common, but I'm going to use right side up stairs, and the reason I am is because most of the ideas I got for this design came from a really great building team who played on Xboxes. And I don't know if you know it or not, but Xbox, you cannot place upside down stairs with Xbox. And so they're forced to use right side upstairs for everything. And some of the ways they use that are just incredible. And so I, just to maintain, a tribute, I'm going to do the same thing they do. And then they put stairs under each one of these. Upstairs, fences. These are fences. Now what we had, or what we have, we need cobblestone stairs like these, and let's place them at the same level as that. We might want to go ahead and fill that in, just because my obsessive compulsive nature won't let me leave them blank. I feel like this part of the tutorial is not going well. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. I'm just pounding down bricks and it may not be clear what I'm doing, but we'll stop here in a minute and review everything. So there's the beginning of our pattern, and we're going to count. The reason we started at the top is because we're just going to count down and repeat a similar pattern all the way down. So just to review what we've done, we pillared up with a 5x5 in this format, 3 by 3 by 3 with a gap in between each one. So 5 by 5, and it's offset so that the farthest side of it reaches just to the peak of this roof. And we pillared up until we were 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks above the topmost part of the wooden roof, and then we came up one more with a cobblestone platform, and then extended that out on each side by 1 block. And now and then we started in with this decorative pattern with the stairs, and here's the rest of this pattern. So from here we're going to come down with 3 stairs in the middle of each one of these things, and on the bottom of those stairs we're going to add a cobblestone wall like that. And at the bottom of the cobblestone wall we're going to repeat the upside down stair again. And then even with the bottom part of the cobblestone stair we're going to add our another right side up stone brick stair, and we're going to actually just repeat that again and again all the way down. So from these right side up stairs we'll do 3 fences, and then we'll add a cobblestone wall and an upside down cobblestone stair, and then we'll repeat with right side up stone brick fences with stone brick stairs with fences. So that pattern, now you don't get to repeat it very much here, but when we build this other one we'll do the exact same pattern, and it'll go much higher than that. But that's kind of the pattern of our foundation pillar, and we're going to repeat that. It's it's going to be 2, 3, so you can see we're going to run out of space pretty quick on these other sides, but wherever we can keep going we'll keep going. And then our stairs, and then our fences again. So just keep doing this, and then whoa, there, that's it, and that's all we can do there. Same thing over here. Wall, stair, stair, fence, fence. I hope that pattern is clear. And you can see what I've done, what I'm doing. You can do whatever you want here. This is a pattern that I adopted based on, I can't remember even the name of the building team, but they did a time lapse, and it was really hard to, the camera angles that they were using made it very difficult to see what they were doing, and but probably no more difficult than it is to see what here. So, sorry, didn't mean to say that word. See if my editing software is good, if I'm good enough to edit that out. But so that's it. That's the basic foundation platform. Now, next time, I think we're out of time, unfortunately. I was trying to go as fast as I could. Probably went too fast. But next time we will build this structure on top of here. We want to build the whole thing because as it connects into this part, we only want to delete the pieces that are absolutely necessary to delete and leave the rest of it in place. And you'll see what I mean when we get to building that. But that's the beginning of our vertical, going vertical with this thing. And next time, like I said, we'll get started on this platform and we'll see how that goes. I hope this was not as confusing as it felt like it might be. But hopefully you were able to see what I'm doing, and if not, I don't know, leave a comment and I'll try to explain it a little bit better. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.